copied and paste for loop from I to j. And there are so many ways that this could go wrong. Please forgive me. Yes. What do we got now? Well, we get inner loop. We will need inner loop. And buffer list is no longer valid, but we now have M input buffers. And that just takes the place of that. And yes, there's still a number of channels. Oh, you know what? I wasn't taking the average of this. I don't know why, but I wasn't taking the average of this. I can take the average of this, right? Yeah, I could, but you know, do I really need to? You do want to be able to compare one value of this to the next. Yes, I do want to divide that. So what is total? Total should be a double. Total equals, for some reason, I don't like the notation divided equals, even though I believe that works. Okay. It's not M input buffer 0. See how dangerous array indices can be? This is so scary. Okay. I need to run it once to get some value. But I'm also going to use this debugging session to test to see if the straight up sum of the squares, sum of the squares is what you call it, sum of the squares, there you go. So the value at this point is the sum of the squares. So I'm also going to use this session to find out if this value is okay. One of the good things about the iPhone is that the whole walled garden, whatever thing you may have against that, it is nice to yeah. Sorry, can't write one thing, can't write a message and speak at the same time. It is nice to know that you're working on the same device or very similar devices by the same manufacturer. You can make a lot more assumptions, especially when dealing with things like mic output. I mean, in the end, it's probably best to have something that tests the app in the beginning, figures out the acceptable ranges. But for now, we're not doing that. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to print out a message whenever we pass the threshold. And I'm also going to so this is root squared, sorry, sum squared, and also some of the squares, and also the average of the sum squares, because that's the value I think is easier to use. A division, yeah, it's a little expensive, but it's not as bad as a square root. Total divided by that value. Whoa, 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 what you doing? Yeah. There we go. Wow. Ah, did I forget some parentheses? Don't you love it when you divide things? Okay. It's starting to look okay. So what I'm doing now on the Mac side, I'm seeing a build failed, and I'm finding out what's going on. Why did the build fail? Let's look at the debug log. Sorry, the build log. So, Input Manager 62. Let's check it out. Boy, I love fixing compilers. 62. Member reference type input buffer star is a pointer. Maybe you meant to use, yes, I did mean to use. I always call this arrow. Dereferencing arrow. I have no idea what it's called. I'm kind of embarrassed. What do you call that? I'd like to know. If anybody watches this video, please leave a comment. Okay, so we've got our dereferencing arrow. That's the next error. No member named M number channels. Is that true? That's sad. Does audio buffer not have a number of channels? Ah. Yes. We need to say, yeah. So if you look on the upper left here, yeah. Within our input buffer, there is the actual buffer structure, which is also a pointer. So we need to take care of things like that, and also here. And there's going to be error here now, I can see, because there's no out A at all. Ah, what's inside an audio buffer? I cannot remember. But luckily, I can look that up. So, audio buffer apple.com. I've looked this up several times already, as you know. So now what do we got? We got search for audio buffer. Okay, mdata void star. That's not a hard one to deal with. But we will need to make a declaration here. So we want audio type, audio sample type, I believe. No, screw that. No, that's fine. Audio sample type. Please be called audio sample type. It's a good way. Yeah, it is called audio sample type. Here's what we do. Just copy this. Why not? Here's what I love doing with copy and paste. But now I can't kill that without destroying my yank. buffer. It sounds really bad. What was I doing? No. I have to do it in here. Yes. That's good now. Almost there. Almost there. We are almost there. We are getting close. We are getting close. Okay, we got more arrows. More dereferencing arrows. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's the next error? Do we ever get past out A? Okay, we've got this one. Value. Do we not have a value? We have, we don't have a value. My bad. I think that's kind of error Xcode wouldn't automatically fix. Member reference type input buffer is a pointer. Yeah, we did that. What else you got? Got anything else? Yeah. In number frames. 70. Where's that? In number frames. There's no in number frames. Is there really no in number frames? Because we would like to have that information. Let's go back to the definition. Data byte size. Okay, we can calculate it. I think that's easier than making the structure more complicated with sample size. Yeah, and we're only going to do it once. How's that? It doesn't matter. We call it a size T. What do we call that? What was it called? In number frames? Sure. So, right here, in number frames equals buffer, what is that called? M data byte size. M data byte size divided by size of. This is a good place to separate things. See, this is how I like my formatting. But just for some reason, Emacs won't do that for me. Size of audio sample type. Yes. Times the number of channels. Okay, and let's not forget our parentheses. Yes. I think we're good. Let's try building it. We're building, and we succeeded. It's nice. Yeah. We didn't even do much for. We did one correction cycle. Yeah, I'm not afraid to pat myself on the back once in a while when you see something like that. I mean, it's not like a super great accomplishment or anything. But on the other hand, I've spent a lot of times debugging pointless shit over and over for maybe